Didn't work out in game 1.
Well, yeah, if he doesn't want to go for the passive style and he wants to play more aggressively, he's going to have to do it extremely early before Wolf really gets beefy. The more CS Wolf gets, the more items he's allowed to buy, the more unkillable he becomes. As we can see, Frozen already laying down a decent amount of damage, but he's taking it in return just from minions alone. Wolf opting to go straight for the Vorpal Spike so that he can get that additional AoE damage coming out in that frontal cone. But Frozen trying to fire back with a little bit of damage of his own, forcing out already one health potion from Wolf. Looking good so far, but he's still falling a little bit behind in CS.
Man, the 17 points in defense for Wolf are just so smart to put. We actually haven't seen more than 9 points in defense from any player so far in this tournament, at least from the rune pages that I've seen on screen. So they very well might have put more points. I just haven't been able to see it just yet. And with Wolf having moved out of the way of most of Frozen's skill shots, or it's really forcing him to use most of his damage on just clearing out that creep wave. He's playing this matchup very well into this sort of like, I'm a tank, you can't kill me style.
Very much the story of this matchup between Wolf and Frozen. Just tries to go for those unkillable characters. As we can see, though, being taken almost excruciatingly low, taking a little bit more harass from Frozen right there.
Shocking Orb, and this game ends. Sustained back up underneath the turret there for Wolf will keep him alive for a little bit longer. But he is actually running into a little bit more of this Xerath damage than I would have necessarily expected. There's actually Flash forced out just off the Shocking Orb. You can see why this is Frozen's most played champion in Champions. Putting out a lot of early harass and forcing Wolf back to base.
Yeah, Wolf playing very dangerous game here, not able to quite get in and get those those auto attack CS to get his regeneration up from his Carnivore passive. It's really working him down. Here comes the first TP out. I would like to take note of that really quickly. Both players did opt to go for the flash TP yet again, so we shouldn't see too much aggressive play coming out from these guys. No ignites, no exhausts in here. But as we can see, Wolf still very close in CS, only down by 2 at the moment. He's not looking to push his lane too far forward here. As we can see, he's trying to get as much of a freeze as possible and keep this centered.
He actually turned off Vorpal Spikes to keep the lane from pushing quite as automatically. And he might deny, nope, he does not deny that cannon minion to creeps. But at the same time, he went for Doran's ring on his first trip back to base, which is actually kind of interesting because in game number 1, we saw him just go for that full tank build instead of picking up any real damage items, and that's kind of what I expected to see here. But you see that harass continuing to come in here. Frozen really putting on the pressure.
Yeah, working him down to half HP. As we can see, the his streak right there not quite doing enough damage from the Feral Scream to work Frozen down. Most of his damage coming out from the Vorpal Spikes actually, but he is just getting chunked down. Frozen just absolutely ripping through him. He's back down to half HP, now sub 50%, and this is starting to look a little bit scary for Wolf in this matchup.
Yeah, Wolf especially, like, I don't know if Boots would necessarily be a decent buy here. He does avoid that Shocking Orb. Level 5 versus level 5. There's the Feral Scream, but oh man, nice flash there, going aggressive off the back of that. Wolf in a great spot. If he had hit level 6, might have had kill potential, but it's actually kind of interesting to see kind of the mind games being played between both of these players, throwing out their high percentage skills and forcing flashes out. Frozen forcing that with a Shocking Orb, and that Rupture being very threatening from Wolf.
Yeah, you already made note of it, but Wolf, you
oh
said,
no, Feral Scream for the silence, might see it for the win. Wolf!
Oh,
with
wow.
a Feral Scream in there, just lands that Rupture, flash already used, and Frozen finds himself a little bit too immobile. We're gonna see a replay of this right now as Wolf just hits a almost perfectly centered Rupture into Feral Scream after the chomp. So not like for stacks, doesn't matter. He's gonna pick up his second win.